This is the program's first win in College Park since 2006. What does that achievement mean for you guys?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think it's been a great year. I think we've had some ups and downs, and some of our losses have been the best learning opportunities. And I think this was a really big game for us to kind of lock in and kind of see what we could do. And I think the week of preparation was awesome. And obviously, it's always a big game because it's Maryland, but Kelly's alma mater, and we love to come here and play as hard as we can. And it was a fun game. I think the girls went all out from defense, offense to the bench. It was a really fun environment, and yeah, it's a great win.
And how does playing on field hockey feel? Kind of change the dynamic of the game?
Yeah, it's different. It's fast. The ball moves. There's not as much room for error. If you miss a pass, it kind of goes out of bounds. So we did a lot of preparation. Thankfully, our field hockey team back in Northwestern let us prep out in their field, and we got a little feel for what it was going to be like. And yeah, it's just getting on top of the ball and going in packs. And I think the team did a great job of kind of wrangling the sloppy plays and coming up with the ball in some of those 50-50 battles. And yeah, it's very different. It's very fast, but it's definitely fun. And obviously, we're all on the same field, so we got to compete the same way as normal. So.
And how much do you think practicing on Lakeside on Thursday helped you guys get prepared?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really helpful. It was a great week of prep. I think our scout gave us really, really good looks in terms of what we were going to see during the game. And yeah, Maryland's a great team. Credit to them, but credit to the girls who kind of prepped us for us. And we were kind of going all in at practice this week, and it worked well. So it was fun to kind of see that play out during the game.
And of course, Maryland landed Megan Ball in the portal this summer. What does she bring to the field as a defender? How do you guys sort of scheme around her?
Yeah, she's awesome. I mean, Big Ten player, so we've played against her for years, and she was incredible back at Rutgers. So it's definitely a big pickup for Maryland, and she's a great player, very aggressive, and I think helps a lot with their defense. And it's definitely not an easy player to get past. So it was fun to kind of see her in action with the Terps. We've seen her for years now, but yeah, she's great, tough competitor as always.
And you and Maddie both had 6 goals today. You both added an assist too.
Yeah.
How important is the team to have both you guys home in the way you were today?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think the more we can have threats kind of coming from everywhere on the field, and we had a lot of girls step up coming from the midfield, scoring goals too. And I think it's just a lot harder for teams when you shut down one player and there's a lot of other players that are going to be open. And I think Maddie always does an incredible job going really hard down the middle of the 8 and getting those opportunities for everyone else on the field. And yeah, I think it's great when you have a well-rounded team. It makes it really hard to kind of shut down certain players. And we saw it today, and it was a great representation of kind of what we try to do with our offense, and it's fun. Yeah.
And what did you see from your defenders to hold attack to just 9 goals?
They were absolutely incredible. They are such workhorses, and that defense is an exhausting defense. They play high pressure 24/7, and it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of buy-in, and that we see them all week in practice doing exactly that, and it's really fun to see it kind of play out in the games. And they're awesome. They're not a defense I would want to play against, so it's kind of fun to be able to watch back on our end and kind of see them do their thing and come up with balls. And they were incredible tonight, and a big contributor as to why we were as successful on the offensive side as we were is because we had the ball so much, and they were kind of stopping Maryland once they did. So it was great, very fun to see it work as well as it did. They did a great job.
And of course, Emily Sterling had 9 first-half saves.
Yeah.
How was she giving the attack some trouble in the first half, and had to sort of scheme around that as well?
Yeah, she's a great goalie. She's definitely not a type of goalie you can kind of put dinky shots around, and I think the more we kind of got those shots where she was kind of stepping up and getting in our stick, the more we kind of adjusted, and the more we were able to kind of shoot around her. And she's great. I think any goalie is going to be trouble if they're that good. So it was good that we got to kind of get reps in and finally get around her. She's an awesome goalie.
Of course, when you guys went on the road earlier in conference play, you suffered an upset in overtime at
Yeah.
Penn State. What do you guys learn from a loss like that has allowed you to put forth such a dominant performance out here today?
Yeah, I think it's just a lesson. Every game is anyone's game, and I think there's so many incredible teams in the girls' game this year, men's as well, obviously, but it's very spread, and it's super fun to see all these upsets considered, and I know it's a really hard task for the ranking committees to come up with who should be where, and that loss was great just in terms of kind of resetting and leveling our head and knowing teams are going to come at us as hard as Penn State did or any other team we're going to see, especially for the rest of the year. Big Ten teams are awesome, and going into hopefully the tournament. So yeah, it was a good reset, a good lesson, and teams are going to bring it every time we come to the field. So it was good.
And with just 2 games left in the conference regular season,
Yeah.
what are some of the biggest lessons you've learned about this year's team?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think we learn a lot about each other, and we learn a lot about what it's going to take to be successful. And when games are, sorry, I'm trying to focus. I'm having a tough time. But Sorry, what was the question?
What have you learned about this?
Oh yeah. They're resilient. I think when we prepare well, we see good things in the game, and I think it's tough to be on 24/7, and you can't really ask that of anyone. But it's just a matter of coming up with the plays when we need to come up with them, and know we're going to have a lot of tough games, and just put our head down, play Northwestern lacrosse, and hopefully that's good enough at the end of the day to come up with wins and continue the success we've had thus far.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
You know, anytime you can come to someone who is so strong at their home field and get a win, it's huge. But it's just a game. It's just one day, and you know, we know Maryland is really, really strong, and you know, they'll be strong from week to week from here on out. And so, you know, we're excited about this game, and now we gotta shift our focus to our next game in Ohio State.
And what are some of the challenges of playing a game on a surface like this field hockey field, and how did your preparation at Lakeside prepare you for this game?
Well, Tracy Fuchs, got to give her a big high five for letting us use the field all week to allow us to prepare. It is very different to play on a surface like this, and you know, just the passes, you have to be really, really focused. And I was really proud of our group and how they prepared, how they came to the preparation with great focus this week, and just, you know, it showed on the field today.
And Maryland set a new record today, 2,400 fans in attendance. We saw Izzy get absolutely swarmed by youth players. What does a game like this and the environment that we've seen today really say about the state of the women's lacrosse as it is right now?
I think it's awesome. You know, Maryland has always traditionally done well with getting crowds. You know, it's the mecca of, you know, lacrosse in general. And so just it's fun to come down here and play, and it's exciting, and you know, I think that it just says how much attention our sport is getting, how people really love the game. It's a really beautiful game. It's fast, it's exciting, lots of scoring, lots of athleticism across the board. And you know, this year I think there's a ton of parity. So you know, it's hopefully people keep coming out because it's a great game, great teams.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.